This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening. This is the Council's February legislative public hearing in which we will hear testimony for legislation introduced on February 3rd, 2025. This evening is a hybrid meeting which is being conducted in person and via WebEx teleconference. It is also available to the public through live stream on the County Council website and broadcast on channels 44 if you're Verizon and 99 if you're Comcast. Sign up to testify on legislation that is the subject of this public hearing was done online and was available in person prior to the start of this session. The cutoff for testimony sign up was at 7 p.m. this evening. The Council will hold a work session on Monday, February 24th, beginning at 9:30 a.m. in the C. Vernon Gray Room. Council members, please provide agenda items for the work session to our Council Administrator no later than 9 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, February 19th. A legislative session for final consideration of certain legislation that is the subject of this public hearing will be held on Monday, March 3rd, beginning at 7 p.m. in this Banneker Room. Public participation for these meetings will be available in person, virtually via WebEx, and viewed live stream through the County Council website. At this time, I will do a roll call of our council members. Dr. Jones.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Ms. Rigby. Ms. Young.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming out tonight. We look forward to hearing from all of you.
Mr. Youngman.
Here.
And I am also here. We will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now proceed with our regular February legislative public hearing. This evening, you may have noticed, we received a tremendous response for public testimony. We will have a hard stop tonight at 11 p.m. If you have not completed the list of those signing up to testify, if we have not completed the list of those signing up to testify tonight before 11, the council will hold a continuation tomorrow evening, Wednesday, February 19th, beginning at 7 p.m., again here in the Banneker Room. Those in the room may stay and we will get through as many as possible, or you may leave and join us tomorrow and we will hear your testimony then. If there are any students who will be testifying this evening, for those in person, please come up to the front row so we can call you to testify first. And those students virtually, please contact Isaiah Anderson by raising your hand on the WebEx or sending him an email to Anderson, IANDERSON, at Howard County, Maryland, howardcountymd.gov. We will allow students to testify first so they may get home at a reasonable time. If there are parents who are signed up to testify tonight and have school-age students or children with them in the Banneker Room tonight, please also come up to testify first as well. We will then proceed in the ordinary course. Sign up to testify on legislation that is the subject of this public hearing was done online or in person prior to the start of this session. The cutoff for testimony sign up was at 7 p.m. I have already said that. Please note that while we are receiving testimony this evening, we continue to receive written comments which will be fully considered by this council prior to our taking action. Anyone who signed up to testify at this hearing will be called to testify. When you are called upon to testify, please state your name and the city or town of your home address. Representatives from nonprofit organizations will have up to 5 minutes to speak. Individuals and other organizations have up to 3 minutes. Individuals who have indicated that they are testifying through an interpreter may be allowed a total of 5 minutes with interpreter translation. You may not yield your time to another speaker. You will be notified at the 30-second mark to begin wrapping up, and then you will be notified when your time to speak is up. You must please conclude when your time is up. If you have written testimony, we are happy to receive it at councilmail@howardcountymd.gov. So to reiterate, we will call again anyone whose name is called tonight and they are not here because it is expected to be a late night. Whether you are here to testify for CB 11 or other matters, you are welcome to leave now and come back. You are welcome to leave now and dial in and testify virtually before and up to 11 o'clock. or you may sit here and see if your name is called. I think, Mr. Anderson, we have how many?
Currently, the list stands about 148.
148. So I'm sure the school children could do the math and tell us what 148 times 3 minutes allotted is. But it is not before 11 p.m. We will call your name again tomorrow if you're not called tonight, or if you do not testify tonight.
Council Resolution 31, 2025, the appointment of Michael G. Mueller to the LGBTQI+ Commission.
Good evening, Madam Chair, honorable members of Howard County Council. My name is Michael G. Mueller, and I sincerely thank you for this opportunity to provide testimony in support of Council Resolution 31, 2025, consideration for an appointment of myself as one of the commissioners of the LGBTQ+ Commission of Howard County, potentially opening a fourth chapter in my life, extending over 35 years of service in state, county, city, and federal service. I was 7 years old when I suspected I was different. I quickly learned to keep that difference to myself because people, the church, the media, society, told me it was wrong, that it was evil, and I was going to burn in hell because of it. So I listened to society, and I hid my true self, muffling my voice so as not to bring shame on others or potential harm upon myself. I became the good citizen, a good student, a good employee, a good volunteer, and eventually a commissioned officer in the armed forces. Very few people knew my truth. My mother died, never knowing me. My husband and I have been residents of District 2 now since 2008. We met while I was assigned support duties at the United States Naval Academy. That was 27 years ago this coming March. Our relationship has been forged in the furnace of public opinion and public strife. Sadly, society, this time our federal government, has once again picked up the worn-out banner of hate and discrimination, threatening to deny the 1,138 federal rights and protections conferred to citizens through marriage. The sacrifices made in the past demand to be remembered. Generations to come demand to be heard. Many spoke out for me when I could not. I have found my voice, and I am ready to use it. I was happy to learn of the different commissions within Howard County, especially the LGBTQ+ Commission. The amount of social courage and commitment in establishing these commissions is commendable. If granted an appointment as a commissioner, I publicly vow to use my experiences for the good of the people of Howard County, combining my skills with those already succeeding, while honoring the sacrifices of the past to advance a promising vision for generations to come. Thank you for this time, and given the weight of this evening, thank you for your service.
I could not be prouder of our community tonight. I could not be prouder. Thank you so much, Mr. Mueller.